So it's my weekend, and I'm sitting here trying to watch American Primeval to review it for a video and contemplate if I should move on to Daredevil Born Again, even though I haven't seen the other series, and I'm not really the best person to review that kind of stuff. Along with, trying to plan a time to do my next Monster Hunter Wild stream. Check out the VOD right here. Thought it was pretty fun. A little audio issues at the beginning, but overall, I think me and Rom had a good time. Let's check it out. And while I'm here, I am hearing about all the Harry Potter news, about a potential deal being put for Snape, and about the Dumbledore casting, and now McGonagall casting, and all that. And I can't help but just be thinking about it and say, you know what? I never really planned this channel to be a pulp culture news and speculation thing, but I thought I'd go ahead and throw my hat in there about telling this news and how I feel about it, because like a lot of people my age growing up with Harry Potter, I do in fact really like it, even though I'm not a hardcore fan that read the books tons of times, constantly watched the movies, and know every character and detail by heart. I do like it, and I was kind of looking forward to a more extra length broken down HBO special if they could do it right, even though I'm afraid that they will never get as good of casting with this as they did with the movies. Alrighty, well, if I'm gonna do this thing, I might as well do what I see every, hey, here's what's going on pop culture news thing, and have fancy backgrounds and stuff. And here we go. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, this is how it's done, right? Article, fancy moving background, stuff telling you to subscribe and your logo channel. Yeah. This is how it's done. This will bring in the people now. This will make my channel huge. Alrighty. Of course, let's start off here with the breaking news from yesterday. I know a lot of people are saying it is done deal official, but according to the actual Deadline article that all of this news about Snape comes from, it's just a deal allegedly in the works. However, Deadline has been the ones that have been kind of on the ball with everything so far. I mean, they're the ones that got John Lithgow, and hey, it's even the same author. This Neil Andreva guy. Yeah. Same dude who wrote the article about John Lithgow playing Dumbledore. So this seems to be the most credible source at the moment for all this HBO Harry Potter stuff. Maybe they got an in there. And as we know, this was all confirmed. And frankly, I think it's a good choice. I kind of wish the actors were all British picked for this, because it is quintessentially a British story. It's set in England, written by J.K. Rowling. But John Lithgow, I think, is a very underrated actor in terms of his serious abilities and being goofy. And apparently he's been in some stuff before where he had a really good British accent. So I trust him to be able to do it. I think it was pretty good for a lot of, if we're going to pick someone that people know to be Dumbledore, I think this was a good pick. And I'm kind of excited for that. But we have here now the actual article that's sparking a lot of controversy. Harry Potter, Jeanette McTeer in negotiations to play McGonagall, who, looks pretty good. No complaints. Maybe a little young. I think she's, in her 50s or 60s when Harry Potter goes to Hogwarts. So, damn, she's looking good for 50. But, overall, not bad. I don't expect everything to be absolutely perfect. And then, of course, what we got here, Papa Asidu had a near deal to play Snape in HBO series. So it's a near deal. It's not 100%. No one's come out and say, hey, this is it, as I believe from this time of recording. Could be wrong. I don't really do X or any of that stuff, but I don't really see anything saying absolutely is a thing. So this HBO Harry Potter show was pitched to be very accurate to the books, because the movies did branch off quite a bit, or at least noticeable. It's been one of those book versus movie kind of debates. One of the hot and heavier ones. But you know what? I think everyone had a mutual respect for the people who love the books and the people who love the movies, because the movies did a very good job of capturing the heart and everything and bringing a great magical world alive. So, but now, hey, everyone who wanted those little mistakes. Now you got this TV show being produced, and J.K. Rowling's heavily involved, and it's going to be very accurate to the book, except maybe not now, because now we have Papa Isidu playing Snape. Who, if I remember correctly, is described as having almost like plaster white skin or something like that, or like as white as marble or something like that. So not quite fitting the description in the book. How likely is this to happen? Well, J.K. Rowling, even though Harry Potter is her baby and something she, is very thankful about for all of her success, she doesn't really seem to have a problem changing stuff or bowing down to certain mobs that she can agree with. Like the Cursed Child, Black Hermione stuff, everything like that. So there's a precedence here that it could happen. This could very much be true. She does not mind screwing with Harry Potter. And I think that's also true because she's got all the money in the world. Look at the success. If the show, I don't think she thinks the show can do a whole lot of damage, or I don't think any higher up there can really think if this show is done wrong, it can do a significant amount of damage to the juggernaut that is Harry Potter. Well, look what happened to Star Wars. I think it could. I think you really, really want to do this. I think you'll piss off people who are fans of the movies. I think you'll piss off people who are fans of the book, and they'll unite and be like, how could you get the movies right and this so wrong when you have more time to flush it out? So I think it's very much a thing that could happen. I also think that J.K. Rowling doesn't care, and maybe, she wants it to happen. Not that she isn't in the zeitgeist enough, and, even though I do enjoy a lot of things she says on X from when I do see it through other meme sites or hear other people talk about it. When she's doing some stuff that's pretty based, certain mob she will fight against, I think she enjoys it. And while I can find some enjoyment in that too, I don't want her to do this kind of thing just to piss off people for the enjoyment of the fight. For the enjoyment of, this is my baby, I can do what I want, I'm always right, whatever stuff. I think 2025... J.K. Rowling and the J.K. Rowling from the 90s and early 2000s writing these books are two different people, just from a financial standpoint. And money changes people. Success can change people. I believe she was, living out a van or something. But she's not the same. I'm not saying she's past her prime. I don't know. I haven't really read any of her books that came out before, if she's even written any. I haven't checked up on it. I do know she's not that great when it comes to writing movies and probably TV series. My examples being all of, Fantastic Beasts franchise. Not exactly 10 out of 10 tight scripts with those movies. Character work's a little lacking. Another bow down to certain mobs. Dumbledore being gay, God forbid, an eccentric man who's kind of old, wise, a little quirky. Well, clearly that means gay. Whatever, never really read him into that with the books and the shows, but hey, she decided that. Doesn't really do a huge lore break. The Fantastic Beasts stuff comes along. I don't know. Never got too upset about that stuff, but it still is beginnings of a precedent for her to push the boundaries farther and say, well, this is my story, I can do what I want. And to a point, that's true, but still, if those books is what made you that successful and to get those movies, maybe you stick to the you that wrote it then, and you don't bring your present day-ness into everything. Don't pick the fight for the fight. Don't know if she likes it, don't know if she doesn't. She definitely is a good troll sometimes. I think there has to be part of her that enjoys that fight. I know I'm rambling for this. I didn't script this out. I'm just kind of going from the gut. So, I apologize. Back to J.K. Rowling in writing for TV and movies. I believe she isn't writing for this one. She has casting, I believe. This is also Deadline, trying to stay with the Deadline continuity. So, Succession writers, Francesca Gardin and Mark Malloyd, whatever, are apparently the writers. And I believe J.K. Rowling has executive producer, casting, kind of don't do that, nix this there, sign off on everything kind of powers. So she clearly is okay with the Snape. She would have full yes or no, make this happen for Papa Sidu. So don't sit there thinking this is HBO DIing all over Harry Potter. This J.K. Rowling has full control over this stuff. She probably has final say. But if this stuff is true, if Deadline's on the ball for this particular show, I just keep getting nervous. I don't think JK is the same person. I'm glad that she's not writing the full thing, but if she's got like script approval and changes, things like that, I'm afraid of what modern JK will do. I'm afraid for this casting. The only one that I really, really like so far is John Lithgow. I think he's going to be good just because we have so much evidence of his bodies of work. I don't know Jeanette McTeer. She could be good, maybe getting a little young. I still think everyone, Adam Driver probably would have been better Snape. I think he's got the look. I think he's got the range. Probably needs to lose some muscle. I don't think, jacked Marine Snape necessarily be a thing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't know if I'll do another one of these videos and stuff or just go out to review it. But I think one of the things to consider to the show that I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about, I've heard plenty of other people go, JK does have power over the casting and pointed that out. But I think one of the things biggest myths is that JK, it's like George Lucas if he came back to Star Wars now. He's not the same George Lucas. Steven Spielberg is not the same Steven Spielberg is anymore. Who's the guy from Doctor Who? Russell T Davies. Yeah, when he came back to do Doctor Who, and it's been shit. So he's not the same writer he used to be. All these bring back the old people who've been successful before to get involved hasn't really been working out lately. And this is 2025 J.K. Rowling, so I don't have high hopes about this show at the moment. Again, the only thing right now I see that I like is John Lithgow of all this news. But let me know what you think, comments. Trust me, I'm a small channel. I will, in fact, read them because no one ever really comments. But, yeah, so don't know if I'll do this new stuff a lot, but anyway, I'm going to go back to watching Primeval now and thinking about Monster Hunter Wilds. So, like and subscribe, and bye.